and Rose is a really, really strong character right now. In fact, like I said, Filipinoman thinks that Rose is top tier, but F.A.N.G, you know, is a character that I felt like has, you know,
he could play now.
F.A.N.G was one
Even
of those
more
characters
so,
that I think is kind of in that jury position. Like, if it just got a few extra more buffs, people would be like, oh, you're getting carried by F.A.N.G now. I mean, Mono won CEO over Punk in Grand Finals last year, at the end of last year, before these extra buffs. And then the extra buffs came, and Mono was like, oh my God, they gave F.A.N.G all these things he was missing. And so Mortsy is going to be able to bring that into this matchup as well.
I'm very curious to see it, to be honest. I hope we have that matchup ready for them. I think they are prepping their ways into...
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yes, sir. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I miss?
What's that?
Player quotes.
I do miss it.
There was a player quote that Chris CCH had. I believe it was his mother's birthday, so he wanted to make sure, he wanted to dedicate his play to his mother. And the Filipinoman, his quote, I believe, was, I know I'm going to be fighting off against a bunch of my friends. Don't take it personally. I'm trying to be the best.
Yeah.
It's essentially along those lines. It's not verbatim, but...
Yeah, I remember when we did manage to interview Chris CCH last year, he did talk about his mom and how much she's been supportive of this whole entire endeavor into the FGC, and that's so important. I don't say that because my parents yelled at me for playing video games, but you know, Mortsy. Oh, I was about to say Mortsy was working on a perfect there.
Here we go. Have to go the quick rise.
Yeah, you have to now. Yeah, that's right, because yesterday Filipinoman.
Watch out for the stun. Oh, he's stunned. You could actually kill.
Yeah.
You actually can kill.
Because he's going to get the critical art here ready to go. Yeah, spend it, make sure. And again, Filipinoman was going with V-Trigger 1 yesterday, but going with V-Trigger 2 here against Mortsy, and you saw it pay off.
That was 2 touches, James. No, I lied. It was technically like 3 because there was a reset in between after the throw to get another mix-up going.
Yeah, it definitely...
Mortsy guessed incorrectly on defense.
Yeah, it definitely felt like one of those Javits video challenges, you know? Kill a character in one crush counter, a throw, and then another crush counter with this much meter, you know?
But I do appreciate Mortsy getting up and quick rising from that scenario. I was going to say, you know, bringing Filipinoman back to the corner didn't last as long. Filipinoman a little bit more active on defense.
Yeah, and Filipinoman, you can see, not worried about the poison, knows that it's
what
not...
a punish!
Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, and now Mortsy has an opportunity, and Filipinoman losing some good health off of that poison right now, but here you go. Yeah, you got... Oh!
Wake up, critical art, why not?
I love it. Last time he got blown up off of that quick rise, and this time he just went into the super, so I love him. It's giving Filipinoman something to think about here.
Oh, that's huge. Also got the tarot card, still switching around. Decides to throw it out. A little bit of extra chip damage on that, and Mortsy tried to press a button. Was that Fierce that came out before the fireball?
I'm not sure, but you know, you pointed out that she was that Filipinoman is using the tarot cards, and again, I think he was using the exact opposite combination. He was using the exact opposite combination yesterday, and again, we talked about this in the patch situation where they had done such a good job of making both triggers and skills useful for a lot of characters, and now we're at this point where Rose can pretty much play with all sorts of combinations and be a threat.
See, back here, the Ring of Destiny with the Street Fighter Duel logo. You already know we have a lot to talk about when it comes to Street Fighter Duel coming up.
Yeah.
But look at this coming in from Filipinoman. Are we going to see? I was going to go for the throw as well. Boom, there it is. I was expecting the throw initially, I should say.
And yep, there's one of those buffs right there. That standing medium kick is now bufferable. And you can see right now, it's interesting. Mortsy has been basically in the middle of the stage most of the time, but you know, it hasn't necessarily been paying off because Rose is just throwing cards and throwing all sorts of things. But there you go, Mortsy does get the victory. And as I said, just kind of hanging out in the middle of the stage on that Street Fighter Duel logo almost that entire round.
Oh, that's going to be a big punish there from Mortsy. Now pushing Anton even further into the corner. Excuse me, Filipinoman. I was looking at Anton Tron on the screen rather than Filipinoman. That is a big whiff punish against the throw. This is going to be all Mortsy. Now look at the poison just adding up to the damage.
Yeah. And here we go. Okay, fights his way out. Remember how much Mortsy melted real fast. And also, just as a reminder to everybody, this is, oh yeah, look at that. And the meter doesn't drain anymore on the throws. And it gets the hit. You see the buffs on the shadow on the mirror. Oh, can he kill? Oh, he tried to, what was he going for with that heavy kick? Did he miss the light kick and the heavy kick?
Possibly. I couldn't tell at that point in time, but there was
far.
an opportunity for Mortsy. But currently at the deficit, that poison's going to be the equalizer for this matchup.
Yep, they're both at 0. Oh, guess time, 50-50. Yep.
That's right.
And I love the reversal edge, so he doesn't have to guess on the higher level. Oh, +5 on whiff. Those throws, man.
The biggest whiff in front of Filipinoman, and nothing was done about it. Mortsy, brave soul, threw out that grab. Well out of range. That was terrifying.
Yeah,
that was actually terrifying.
Remember, this is 3 out of 5 here. And do you want to explain the lore on why his name is Anton Tron, or do you want to?
You can. I don't even know.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay,
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll talk about it some other time. But let's get it's 1-1 here.
What?
1-1.
You're gonna just leave me hanging? That's fair. That's fair. That's fine. Whatever. You set it up so well, and I was like, go on.
I thought you knew. That's
I genuinely forgot right now. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. I'm focused, but I can't remember.
Anton is just, he's a fan. He's a fan of certain individuals out there, so.
That makes so much sense.
And you know what? He's also a fan of Rose, too, so most likely going to stick with this character.
I wouldn't doubt it. I think also, we talk about the V-set and how versatile Filipinoman is with both. I think he's still going to maintain V-Trigger 2. I think it is such a great tool. Yeah, that's going to be Trigger 2, and then Soul Fortune. He's keeping the same set. Mortsy, on the other hand, I think he's doing the same as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got to, right? I mean, obviously, he won the last game, so he's got to stick with everything here. And,
Rio Benda just antagonizing Filipinoman. Is like, yeah, you can try to hit me through that. I think I'm going to be recovering enough for you to get the trade. But no, it was already active.
And that's tricky now that I think about it. When Rose throws out the different projectiles, her shawl glows different colors, so you can tell which one she's throwing. But when she's poisoned, you actually can't tell which fireball she's throwing outside of the animation timing. Which is actually kind of funny. Oh, yeah!
He didn't get out. Oh, no, you can't. It was a crush counter.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, but there you go. Nicely done.
What a block off the mix-up. Mortsy in dire straits now. No, I lied. Back throw in the center stage.
Oh, again, using the invulnerability of that EX Soul Shawl charge. Soul Spiral. Oh, yeah. Whoa.
I blinked and everybody was dying. What just happened? Mortsy actually took the round and
he activated the Matrix.
Hit him with the Zaguardo, and then everything just went down with the Filipinoman. Nice work from Mortsy.
Yeah, Mortsy looking good. Can you imagine Mortsy here being one of the players to get to winners finals? If he can pull this off over Filipinoman. Not a lot of people have been talking about Mortsy here, but again, like I said, F.A.N.G is such a strong character.
Everybody's just got a new lease of life in their competitive play for Street Fighter V. This definitive patch really living up to the name right now. Oh boy!
Yeah, you're gonna get some good damage, but more importantly, the corner carry, and now the potential for some crazy setups. Ooh, okay, just navigates those poison, the niche cues. Here we go, back to the zoning here, and look at that, flying like a bird, all over the projectiles to get the offense going. Nice walk back from Filipino, or actually that was a backdash.
Was a backdash. The infamous backdash from Filipinoman.
Yeah, they made sure even though there's no invulnerability on
stand heavy punch.
Yeah, even though there's no invulnerability on backdashes anymore, Rose still with a really fast, good backdash. I mean, I feel like they had to do that. If they didn't, it wouldn't have felt like Rose. Yep. Making sure he just doesn't get in for free. But, I mean, honestly, Filipinoman spends a lot of time in that poison, He is definitely, that's adding up.
I don't think he has a choice, to be honest. Mortsy does a great job of setting up the V-skill and forcing the opponents to make some really interesting maneuvers. But now it's going to be, again, Mortsy just commanding this pace, or at least commanding this spacing against Filipinoman.
That's plus
fighting
now.
it out.
That was one of the changes to Rose. If you do instant EX Fireball, I think she's plus on landing. What a whip punish! And look at this, backs right off to the zoning, back to the cards and the Fireball. Oh, I like that escape from Mortsy. Live to fight a little bit more.
Oh, this is tough. The forward throw is in range, well within range. Filipinoman takes it down another game. Again, mind you, it is 3 out of 5. I love the pressure coming in from the V-trigger as well, forcing Mortsy to get that guess going, whether or not it's going to be even more normals or the throw. And I think Anton is finally starting to understand when exactly he should be implementing some of these throws, because Mortsy's done a great job of avoiding any sort of mix-ups by jumping back majority of the time. So now he's just trying to keep him grounded with normals first, keeping it a little bit more ambiguous. But mind you, the V-trigger wind down from Rose is pretty quick.
Right, but the nice thing about it is if she lands the throw, the timer stops.
It freezes,
now.
yeah.
The timer stops now, and that's one of the changes that Rose players, I'm sure, love. They probably read the patch notes. They're like, are you kidding me? You gave me that? Oh, man. But yeah, here comes Mortsy, and like I said, is this a...
What? That was sick!
Is this a zoning character, or is this an offensive rushdown? And honestly, yeah, out of there. Smart decision, gets out of there, and now the timer is gone. And back to him trying to use the Nishikyu to get in with the EX command dash cancel. And now back here trying to add the poison.
Oh my god!
The confirm into the critical art. I didn't even see he had the meter. Is this gonna kill?
Oh, it's got to. Yeah, that... Special beam cannon. It does so much damage, man. It just does so much damage. It always takes people by surprise.
Yep, and here we go. Match point now for Filipinoman. Things were looking really strong for Mortsy. Almost looked like he was going to go up 2-1, but Filipinoman making the comeback. Yep. Oh, just continuing to go in with those kicks.
And it's so interesting because Mortsy pretty much commands the lead majority of the games, and some of the times Filipinoman just finds a way to sneak in through the gaps and take it right from underneath Mortsy. But now it's keeping it very, very aggressive. This should be
enough. No,
not quite.
Not enough
quite.
Resources. Not enough
it's
resources.
Overhead.
Oh, he stayed in the front. Because if he goes to the other side, I mean, obviously he's going to push you out into the poison. He can actually make it to the other side with that command dash. Filipino thought he was going that direction, but he stayed in the front.
Yeah, that poison was pretty much deep on top of her hurt box. I think there was going to be like an interaction no matter what side Mortsy was going to land on. Oh, nasty. Actually, nasty. One more for stun. It's an overhead.
Wasn't enough, but there's the whiff. Oh, Filipinos, man, crouching heavy punch, not far enough. He's got one bar. How much is he going to be able to do? Not enough to kill. Oh.
And that was an interesting interaction. I think Filipinoman had thought maybe he'd be able to soul spiral his way out using the invulnerability, but it's just a lingering hitbox for so long. Even the people in the back were like, oh my God, you could hear it. James turned around, he's like, what was that noise? So
Mortsy definitely was like, haha, you thought I was going to be there. I'm not there anymore.
Yeah.
And look at this, 2-2. Again, Filipinoman and Mortsy. This is. I mean, again, this could have been Chris ECH and Flaquito who we're going to see in the losers bracket, but it turned out to be Filipinoman and Mortsy here to make it into winners finals to guarantee at least top 3. But again, right now it's for all the marbles, right? You want to qualify, so there's no, like consolation for second and third right now. So you want to win this one. Filipinoman and Mortsy tied at 2-2.
And it's very interesting to see. I think this is the most aggressive I've seen both players play. I think, Mortsy has really found himself with this character year after year. And this has been the most explosive, in my opinion, that I've seen him perform. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he's going to play if he happens to advance against the next two afterwards. But he still has Filipinoman to go through. And already pretty much bringing Filipinoman down to half health, now into the corner. The reversal does hit, and he's still trying to move forward against the will of Filipinoman.
Yeah, and what's interesting about that is he's been moving forward because Filipinoman's been playing a really nice zoning game. Filipinoman has switched to V-Skill 2 now, so he's got Soul Satellites ready to go. Oh yeah, there's that Crush again. He's going to get the OTG off of that. Decent damage though. I mean, obviously the Crush counter is going to lower the damage a little bit. Yeah. But here we go, Soul Satellite now, because Filipinoman realizes now he can't rely on just being on the defensive side of things. He has to go in, so he's trying to get more of the offensive options with the Soul Satellite now.
But with that V-Skill applying that extra poison now, or at least chip damage, because of the...
Oh, God, that almost was time to kill.
Oh, my God. I was going to say chip damage, but I meant great health. But either way, Mortsy's just one touch away, Filipinoman!
Wow,
still
that was
to get
far! Like, it almost looked like he just started floating up of his own volition, but then I was like, oh, wait, that's Rose throwing him. I was really surprised.
Really neat again from Mortsy. Just applying that pressure so early because of the fact that the poison is adding up against Filipinoman. Look at how much damage he's taken already.
Yeah, but that's how the last round started as well. And you see him wait so that the invincibility would last long enough to make it past the Ryobenda's active frames. Jumps out of the corner. This is really important and backs off. He's going to try to see if he can activate a Soul Satellite, perhaps. Here we go. This is actually going to be pretty good damage, but scaling on the V-trigger activation. But there we go. The setup. Yep, the pressure.
Oh, you tried to throw. That's also a Filipinoman staple. Just walk it up in your grill. Standing medium kick just avoids that throw because she is slightly airborne.
Oh, God, I can't believe that hit. Oh, catches the V-shift. Not enough to kill. What a tech. Filipinoman still alive. That's plus frames. Goes for the throw again. We are at final game, final round to start off the day.
And one of the biggest things to note is that Mortsy does have 2 bars of side advantage. Filipinoman just letting it rip with that EX already.
Yeah, that orb was coming around. Mortsy knew it. He had to block even after he got the plus frames off the jump in. Nice. Here's the pressure. Yep.
Just waiting for that V-shift. Excellent call out from Mortsy. A throw will do it. And Filipinoman do the same thing.
Okay. Using a little bit of that throw OS tech right there. The Dalsum tech. And now look at this. He's making it out. Okay. Yeah, he's going to be able to catch him live. He tried to go for the reset again. Yeah.
Mortsy with fantastic defense. Counter poking away. Crouching medium punch to start things off with the momentum. This is going to be more than enough. No, not quite. Oh, boy. The threat of instant overhead.
I can't believe he V-shifted the jump medium kick. Filipinoman still alive, but you can see there's no health left on the board. Gonna block, that's gonna be a punish. Filipinoman can definitely still take this. He's also, actually no resources. What?
What did he get hit by?
He tried to walk under the jump. That was the Hamburglar right there. That's Rose's version.
That was sick. That makes so much sense too, because if Filipinoman tried to jump over as the soul punish was about to explode, it would count as a cross-up.
Right.
So Mortsy was thinking, all right, I have to get underneath, but Filipinoman actually threw out the air soul
EX fireball. Yeah.
EX fireball. Or a regular fireball, excuse me.
Dude.
Soul spark, excuse me.
That was big galaxy brain play.
That was messed up.
I cannot believe
Filipinoman. That was messed up.
And he even V-shifted the instant overhead jump medium kick.
He spent that bar
because he remember
so well.
He V-shifted into V-break. The V-break was blocked. He's -2. He is in that situation where it's all Mortsy at this point because he's got throw, shimmy, attack, instant overhead, which some characters don't have. So even there, Mortsy had more options than a lot of other characters with F.A.N.G. And then he just did V-shift, V-break into V-shift again, and that call out from Filipinoman is going to allow him to advance to winners finals. What a set to start off the day.
Honestly, and it's characters that we rarely get to see in a match that we really haven't seen ever. And I got to admit, Mortsy looked like he was going to be the prime candidate to take it over against Filipinoman in majority of these rounds. Even when he was at a deficit, he made such a comeback. But the same could be said with Filipinoman. How many times has he been stuck in this corner in lieu of death, right? He was just about to die so many times. Look at this. He's had so many ideas on defense that just got blown up into space. But I got to say, when he had his offensive sequences going, man, were they impressive.
Yeah, and here we go. Look at this round right here. Filipinoman was taken down, and then it came down to this look.
Right here.
He has no health right here. And you see Mortsy walk forward for just half a second into that fireball, because as soon as he saw the jump, I mean, that's why the Cien for Ibuki works, right? When you jump up and throw the kunai, because it looks like you could just walk under her. It's such a natural reaction for people to try to walk when someone jumps next to you like that.
I got to object, though. I think that was mad far. I think there was like enough spacing to tell like consistently whether or not there was going to be a cross up, because that was a pretty far angle, or excuse me, far distance that Filipinoman decided to jump at.
But I mean, you know, to Mortsy's credit, I just think, you know, at that range when you jump, it's like, oh, well, I can just walk under, because most characters can't do anything. It's just such a natural reaction. I mean, I say this as a person who gets hit by that all the time. Every time I see someone jump there, I walk, and then I just end up eating kunais and air fireballs,
right?
and
yeah.
cami dive kicks and stuff
Everything,
like that. So,
everything.
yeah,
And I get it. Like you see somebody go airborne, you're either going to do two things. You're going to or maybe three, right? Anti-air, maybe block, or even reposition yourself. Yeah, so that's why I said maybe three things, right? You want to anti-air, block, or reposition, right? Mortsy thought that it would yield the biggest success, or at least biggest chance of survival, had he gone for the repositioning.